What's going on YouTube? So we are finally here to talk about a Flashpoint movie. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and gloat, but you know what? I'm gonna do it. I told you so. I told you. And if anybody actually believed me that they were gonna do a Flashpoint movie and that it should be a first movie, hit the like button. And if you disagree with me, let me know in the comment section why it's a bad idea. But here I'm gonna talk about the things that needs to be talked about the Flashpoint, because the Flashpoint movie means a whole lot. It's bigger than you think, okay? Warner Bros. And DC have gone out and said that they have a new slate. I'll be talking about that later on this week. I'll mention all the the things that I'm excited for, but I wanted to talk about the Flashpoint because it's something that I've been dying to see. I love the book. I love the anime. It's one of the first things once I started getting back into the comic book universe. It was one of the first books I got. It's a book written by Geoff Johns. It talks about a Flash. We all know Barry Allen goes back in time, save his mother, and of course, some shit happens. As of right now, there is no writer or director. Now, people are already having their fan casting for writers and directors. Personally, a lot of people want Geoff Johns to get back on this, but I don't think Geoff Johns will be on this because it seems like he already has enough on his plate. He's working on a Wonder Woman 2 sequel, which, it's very exciting to see what he's going to do with that. And then he has, the Doomsday Clock. He's just going to be really busy with all this. I don't even know how he does this. Jeff, if you're watching this, which you're probably not, kudos to you, man. Big shout out to you because you're a working man. You're a working man. Director wise, some people want Zack Snyder. I have my two fan casting choices for directors. One is Robert Zemeckis, the guy who did the Back to the Future trilogy. There was also rumors back then that he was looking into it, that he never really got into the comic book universe, but he said that he's talked to WB about, doing a movie, that he's, partially interested. Geoff Johns did an interview, and Geoff Johns himself said his favorite director is Robert. Can we get the Back to the Future guy who done these movies, that understands characters, that understands time travel, to do the Flashpoint movie? It makes sense to get him on the role. Now, another director who I would get would be George Miller. I think George Miller would knock it out of the park. I think he would do a very grimy, dark type of, Flashpoint universe, because a lot of people don't know the Flashpoint universe is a very dark universe. There's a lot of stuff that happens, and that's the next thing we need to talk about. Now, the Flashpoint, if you guys don't know, people like to say it's a reboot. I don't like to consider it as a reboot because it's more about a selfish human being, which is Barry Allen. Despite all the bad things that has happened in the world, he does the most selfish thing because he has godlike powers. He goes back in time. He doesn't stop Hitler. He doesn't stop, JFK killing, Reverse Flash in the book and everything. He does the most selfish thing, and that's save his mother because he misses his mother. But in doing that, he opens a whole world of darkness and opens a whole new world of just war, where you have the Amazons and Atlanteans. But, eventually Barry does fix the timeline. Now, here are my speculations why they're probably doing this. Now, could this not... Remember, these are speculations and just me reaching as well. So just bear with me, okay? One thing that I'm thinking about, the reason why they're doing this, is to merge different universes. It could either be from the past movies. It could be from the TV shows. I know you guys don't want the TV universe with the movie universe. I understand. But what if? That's all I'm saying. What if Ezra Miller's Barry Allen is the one that sets it up? What if he's actually the beacon that opens the timelines out there to, Tim Burton's Batman, to, the Christopher Nolan's Batman, to the Watchmen, to V for Vendetta, to the DC TV universe, Arrowverse, whatever. What if they're actually going to build that up later on? It's a big what if. I'll say it again. All right, don't get mad because I'm thinking outside the box, and I usually do. But hey, people call me crazy when I said they were going to do a Flashpoint movie the first time. So, and I've been right on other parts. I'm just saying. People think that this is a bad idea. I don't think it's a bad idea because they're like, oh, it's a Flash first movie. It shouldn't, what would you want? The first Flash movie, just him versus the Rogue. You can watch the CW universe for that if you wanted to see more of the Rogue. You know what I mean? There's no other, the Flash TV show has done everything. That's my other argument. Everybody knows who the Flash is because of the TV show. You don't need to do a whole new origin for Ezra Miller. Everybody's gonna know the Flash. We got a tease of Ezra Miller's Flash in Batman v Superman. We got him in Justice League. People know the Flash. It's not like, Swamp Thing where people are gonna be like, who, what, where, what happened? People know the Flash. It's not too soon. Yes, people consider it as a reboot, but that's not why I'm thinking that DC is doing this. I think DC are just choosing a Flashpoint just because it's a great storyline. Now, they don't have to do 100% of the Flashpoint storyline, like the CW universe. They shouldn't even call it a Flashpoint. It was like only like 1 maybe percent of a Flashpoint story in the book to the show. Again, when they do adaptations, it's not always 100%. Look at Civil War. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's shit in there that they left out, that they just didn't do. You know what I mean? Just because the title is Flashpoint, you guys are thinking 100%. You got to think like, no, what parts are they actually going to take? Of course, they're going to take the part of him going back in time and saving his mother and then causing the whole Flashpoint. That makes sense. But another thing that just got me super excited about the movie is that Jeffrey D. Morgan and Lauren, you know, for The Walking Dead, shout outs to them. Jeffrey is super excited to play the Flashpoint Batman. Praise the Lord. Don't even talk about Flashpoint Batman around me when it comes to Injustice. That's all I'm saying. It's an inside joke. But I am super excited. Jeffrey D. Morgan, you know, when Batman v Superman first came out, they asked him, like, would you be down to play Flashpoint Batman? He's like, oh, hell yes, I would be down. And he took it onto Twitter, and boom, he is 100% on the ball on this. Like, he wants to be part of this, and I am 100% supporting this. We also get a female Joker. You guys don't understand, like, the amount of new, is that a new word? Newness? I was gonna say newness. Amount of new stuff that we're getting with the Flashpoint movie. There are things that have never been done on screen, and then there's things that comic book movie has never done. The Flashpoint storyline, that's what they're using. I don't think they're going to use the whole 100% storyline. It opens a whole new world to everything. One thing that got me wonder is that, are they going to bring up the part where Flash goes back in time to warn Bruce Wayne about that's somebody, that he was right about them, that this scene, you know what I mean, was that something that we were, you know, waiting for the Flashpoint, or if that's gonna happen later down life, we don't know yet. You know, one theory I had is that it actually could be part of the Flashpoint. What if it happens in the Flashpoint where Barry gets, you know, locked up in the Flashpoint for a very long time, he gets the armor suit, and he has to go back in time to warn Bruce, and that to tell, you know, Lois she's the key, right? And that actually plays a part in Justice League where Bruce remembers that. He tells Lois, like, I remember Barry. And Barry's like, you know, Flash is like, what? I don't remember telling you this. It's your future self. And that's where Barry figures out that he can actually go back in time. He's like, wait, I went back in time? I can do that? And that's where it's going to probably set up the next for the Flash movie. Because of the Flashpoint, Barry was able to figure out what to do to save the timeline, and that was to tell Bruce that he has to find them, and to tell him that, you know, Lois Lane is the key to whatever for Superman, rather, like, you know, if he's going rogue, or rather if he needs to wake up, she's the key overall. So that's why I think that maybe the Flashpoint actually does play a big part to the Batman v Superman little cameo of the Flash. When Flash comes back in the timeline after he fixes the whole Flashpoint, things are not going to be the same. Now let's go back to something on the CW show that they talked about in season 3 on episode 2, where Jay Garrick is explaining to Grant Gustin's Flash that no matter how much you fix things, they're always going to still leave like kind of like a crack.
This coffee cup right here, think of it as the space-time continuum. Whenever you go back in time, it breaks. You can reset the timeline. You can try to fix it. But no matter how hard you try, it's never going to be exactly how it was.
But yes, things will change, but for the better. And I think for the better, which I mean that things that people liked and disliked. What if it actually changes, you know, Steve Trevor? What if he never died? What if he actually appears in the second Wonder Woman movie? That's another big theory. What if Jared Leto's Joker is another Joker? You know, what if they're doing like these kind of things that, you know, they're going to change up the timeline? What if Jason Todd never died? That's what I'm saying. Like, things can change like this if Barry does fix up the timeline. I don't think they're going to add all the actors like Gal Gadot, you know, Jason Momoa's Aquaman. That would just be too much. It would be just like Civil War all over again. Like, that's the thing. It would just need only a small amount of the Flashpoint storyline to make, you know, to make it to a Flashpoint. But still, one character who I hope to see in the movie is Ray Fisher's Cyborg. I think Ray Fisher's Cyborg, his movie is out because we haven't heard anything. We got the new slate and his movie was not in there. So that tells me that they're going to use him for something else. We don't know yet. But if they did take out Cyborg's movie out, then please put him in the Flashpoint storyline, because in the Flashpoint storyline, Cyborg is one of the best things that happened in there. He becomes the new Superman. Like, he's like bigger. He works for the government. He works for Obama in the Flashpoint storyline. Things are just better, you know, with him around. Now, this got me excited, guys, because I was thinking, I'm like, wait, how are they gonna do Henry Cavill's Superman, because he's big? But then I was like, wait a second, let's go back to Captain America, the first Avenger, where Steve Trevor, he's super skinny. They could do that same CGI with Henry Cavill to make a super skinny Superman. I wouldn't recast a new Superman, Cyborg, Aquaman, Wonder Woman. The only people that need to come back for sure is Jeffrey D. Morgan and Lauren to come back as Martha and Thomas Wayne, because they play a big part in the storyline. We can get a lot of iconic moments in the Flashpoint storyline, like where, you know, Barry gets a letter from Thomas and then Barry gives it to, you know, Bruce. That's just gonna be so epic to see on screen. I'm gonna cry. I probably will cry when I see that. There is no Reverse Flash casting as well. We got a tease of him in the Justice League trailer. I did a Reverse Flash casting. If you have not seen those, click the top right of the YouTube card or wait to the end of the video. I recommend you check them out. I did my whole casting who should be the Reverse Flash, and I did a breakdown of why I think Reverse Flash is going to be teased in the Justice League movie. So make sure you check those videos out in near the end. Now, if you did enjoy this video, don't forget to drop a like. I'm going to try to have out at least 3 videos out for you guys this week. Don't forget, I live stream on twitch.tv/JaeRoar. I do my podcast, hashtag Comment Talk. On Fridays, it's a good day. You know, everybody's, you know, getting out of work or school, whatever. And I just like to talk to my subs, and it's a really awesome feeling. So if you could come by, it would mean a lot. If you can't come by, just leave a like, and that just shows your appreciation. Thank you guys so much for watching again. Make sure to hit that Taco Bell button to always get notified whenever a video goes live. Make sure to check out these videos when you do have time. My name is JaeRoar, and I am the best at what I do, and that's giving you that 1-2 punch.